Hi, I'm Brian Kalata, Executive Vice President for LDX Solutions.
And I'm Manny Pena, Sales Manager for LDX Solutions. So Brian, today we're here with our Baghouse cleaning system test rig. And the tradition in baghouses is everyone knows or is comfortable with anywhere from 8 to 16 foot filter bags. But what happens when we increase the bag length to something like 24 or even 30 foot long filter bags?
Exactly. One of the common questions we get is how do you know that you're getting that pulse to the bottom of the bag? They're always concerned that they're going to get an effective 18 foot long bag and the bottom, 12 feet or so is just sitting there covered with dust. So that led to us building our Baghouse system test rig to make sure that our system was optimized. Manny, you were part of the test team who actually went and built this rig and used it for utilization. Why don't you explain to everybody how it really works?
Sure. So the pulse starts with, of course, your air header and your pulse valve. So what we have is an air header that gets pressurized, and then a pulse valve where we can actually change not only the pressure of the pulse, but also the duration of the pulse. The air header then leads into a blowpipe, which is also connected to a filter bag that has pressure sensors installed every 3 feet.
How did you really measure those pressure sensors, though? Did you use a particular type of sensor that allowed you? Because I know a normal pressure transmitter doesn't have a fast enough reaction time.
Right, so what we did is we hooked all of those pressure transmitters up to a data logger, and we took a sample rate in the milliseconds. So when we pulse the blowpipe and also the filter bag, we don't miss any data. On top of that, we also added high-speed cameras, and we were taking video of all of our tests at 240 frames per second. So not only do we have the data logged that we can plot and see what happens when we pulse a filter bag, but we also can visually see how a pulse travels down the blowpipe and then down the filter bag.
So let me ask you this question. You've been in the Baghouse business for 10 years now. You probably went through a lot of training when you started off, and you heard a lot of stories about how a Baghouse system works. What did you learn whenever you saw it actually go through reality?
Yeah, so the first thing that we saw is maybe what most people perceive happens when you pulse a filter bag, how that pulse pressure travels down the blowpipe, is not really what happens. So we were able to sort of debunk and then also optimize our design with the blowpipe so that we truly get the most effective pulse possible down the filter bag.
Okay, and you did try many different iterations in the testing. It's not just trying our system, correct?
That's right. It was a very systematic approach. And we started even from just the pulse valve, changing the various pressures that we're pulsing the bag with, and also the duration of the pulse. And another thing that people usually think is the longer you have your pulse valve open, the better pulse you're going to get. Well, we learned something from that, right?
Yep, absolutely. So again, if you want to learn more about this or anything else that we're doing in our R&D department at LDX Solutions, feel free to look us up on our website and we'll start a conversation. Thanks.
Thanks.